Welcome back to Rest Rune Aett. Aett means family or clan. In Danish, it means Aett. So I just wanted to show you a picture of a Viking era complex. And you can see that the Baltic Sea is right there. There's a river that winds to the fortress. And in that fortress area is a longhouse, which is where the Aett, or in this case it's Danish Aett, would stay. So that's where the family or clan would stay, in a longhouse. So runes have families, and so do people or tribes. And so this is a rune, like a headstone piece, and you can see all the rune characters on this, and the worms or the snakes going through. So there's messages. So the runes were important. It's an alphabet, it's a way of saying things, it's a way of being. So it's been around for a long, long time. Viking, Scandinavian Aetts were using the younger rune set, which is a set of 16 runes or characters or symbols. The Germanic tribes that came afterwards had 24 runes in their set. So we are using the Germanic runes, and tonight we're going to continue the process of looking into the future and any messages that you need to hear so that it can happen. So if there's something we need to root out before the new moon comes, which is 16, 17, depending on where you live, that would be next Monday or possibly Tuesday. And it's also an eclipse, so double power, double impactful. And so if you feel a little off, you'll know why. Again, ancestral tribes depended on the stars, the astrology, to not only sail their ships, but to also farm. Okay, so astrology, runes, it all is connected, it all goes together. Okay, so we're going to ask the elders, what's in the near future for us? What's in the near future, please? Okay, in the near future is communication. This is the Odin's rune. So this is all about wisdom, love, friendship. Okay. What's affecting that? Oh, that's 2 runes. Elders were looking for 1. What's affecting the communication? Oh, 2. We're looking for 1. 1 rune, please. Oh, 2 again. They're chatty. We're looking for 1, please. There we go. Okay. What's affecting communication is the Othala rune. This is the 24th rune. Okay, this is all about being the master of your house. So, ancestry, learning from the past. This is all about home, assets, inheritance, family, tradition. So something of that could be affecting communication, but let's get more into it. What's the advice, please? What's the advice? The advice is Kinas. I'm going to have to darken that rune in a little bit. It's getting weathered. This is the rune of education. This is the torch. This is Kinas. It talks about skill, truth, finding solution, maybe forgiveness. Maybe there was some bad communication going on, and so you have to seek forgiveness or solution. Maybe the ancestors have it. Maybe it was about a breakdown in communication about home or assets, family, maybe cultural cultural traditions. Say that fast. Yikes. So something of that sort. Okay. What's in the works? What do we need to know, please? Oh, that's two. We're looking for just one, please. What's in the works is Algis. Now, Algis is the elk antlers. I think it looks like a person praying, and so that kind of helps you know this rune, be able to tell the message just by looking at it. So this is all about communicating with Source, lifting up prayers. You're being shielded. You're being helped by Source. Okay. That's what's in the works. Okay. Can you tell me the end result, please? What's the end result of this piece of communication? Okay. The end result is Perthrow. This is the rune about diplomacy. It's also a rune of destiny, luck, fertility. It's about using your intuition. Some people might say you have a stroke of genius, but it's just because you followed the intuition going on. So, what am I getting from this? I'm getting so far that communication, if you listen to the ancestors, you apply that education, you hook into Source, you use your intuition, you'll be okay with communication going into the future. But let's look at other potential barriers to this. Is there any other barriers or anything else we need to be aware of, please? Okay. This is Manus. This is man. So another potential barrier might be that you're thinking with your mind. Okay? Maybe not necessarily your heart. So this is all about your influence, your idealism, okay, possible betrayal from a loved one. Okay. So intuition, that isn't necessarily a mind thing. That's more of a heart thing, a gut thing, okay? So your head is not going to solve this. You need to listen to the ancestors and the guidance they're in, and then you'll have great communication, relationships, love, and wisdom. You'll be able to succeed. Ancestors, any other further advice on this, please? Any other further advice? Okay, we get Gibo a lot. No? Where is it? No, I think this is Nathis. This is the necessary. This is fire. So this is, it's really close to Gibo. Let me look. I'll dig into the runes and see if I can find Nathis, just to compare to make sure I've got the right rune, because no, you're right. I was right the first time. It is Gibo, because this is the fire one. So this is Gibo. This is all about giving and receiving, equalness and partnership. Okay, if it's not equal, it's pretty hard to have that communication and find the solutions, right? So it's giving and receiving, showing hospitality, being generous, but equal footing. And it might be seeing your ancestors and your spirit guides, your team, as an equal partner in your relationships, in your life, so that things go smoothly in communication and friendship, etc. It's not just mind. Spirituality is never about the mind. It's all about the inner workings. Okay, this is the Aett, or the Aett, of the physical world, the practical and earthly matters. This is the emotional and mental family. You can't reverse this. You have to grow through it. So if there's ever a rune on that family clan, you just have to work yourself through the cycle. It's not going to go away by itself. You can't wish it. You can't anything to shortcut it. It is what it is, and you have to just work through it in order to make progress. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting the runes into their family sequence. So we don't have a 1, 2, or 3. We have a rune in the 4th position. Whoops, these are 4th. Yep, 4th position, skipping 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 3 runes in the Aett family of the physical, practical, earthly matters. We have 2 in the emotional and mental area, and then 2 in the spirituality with the connection, the creativity, the regeneration with ancestors and your spirit guides. So basically, I don't see a run of 3 or more in either direction. I will say, let's take a look at what this would mean from the younger rune set. So in a recap of the Germanic, the elder set. Communicate, use your education, what you've learned in life. Make sure you're equally contributing to the conversation. One's not dominating the other. It has to be balanced, give and take, yin and yang. Use your intuition, your diplomacy, seek guidance from your higher power, your source. This is thinking with your mind, but you're looking out for the community, using your influence. And this is reaching the Master's house, the final goal, the 24th rune. This is listening to your ancestors and having it all, basically. Let's look at the runes from a younger or a Scandinavian rune set. So, out of the runes that we have tonight, we know that the elders had 24 runes. In the younger set, they had just 16. So what runes stay? Which ones go off of the draw tonight? Gibo is not in the younger set. Neither is Perthro. Neither is Eljez. And neither is Othala. So that really changes the message. We have 2 on the physical realm and 1 on the spiritual realm. So in the younger Danish Scandinavian set, we would say, use your communication skills, use wisdom and love and friendship when communicating with others. Make sure you're finding solutions, seeking forgiveness, using your skills, telling the truth, so that it betters the community at large. Think with your mind, use your influence, connect in. Okay, that's all I have for you tonight, so we will talk to you again later. Remember, we've got about a week, so if there's anything you need to purge, get rid of, ask forgiveness for, self-correct, now is the time. So that your zodiac year of the fire horse, which starts also next week in the eclipse, we are in numerology year 1. We're starting over. This is a brand new cycle, a lot of fiery energy, a lot of leadership, independence. So if you're feeling a little edgy, just know that you'll work your way through it. But this practice of looking at the runes, looking what's potentially in your future, and if you have a hang up, now's the time to clear the air and start making things right so that you can capitalize on the new year going forward, so that you don't have to live in the past, that you have a great start for the future. So we'll continue the process tomorrow. See you later. Bye.